UATest is super excited to release its new product, UATest IGA for PingOne. Here with me is Garrett Grajak, CEO of UATest, and Kashyap, Director of Deployment. Garrett, can you tell us about the UATest product for PingOne?
Right, and yes, we are super excited to be bringing IGA, UATest IGA to PingOne. Okay, so here's what everyone knows and loves. You have your IAM manager running their IDaaS PingOne. This is what UATest provides. We have in the cloud, our product does a SAML connection and extracts. The SAML connection is done in 5-10 minutes and then is able to extract all the user roles and managers into UATest. These user roles and managers are used to review not only the PingOne resources, but also all the other resources in the enterprise. Let me show you this done and we'll show a demo as well. Okay, so the risk manager now has all the different entitlements from the PingOne and from the other resources. We have customers doing as many as 38 different resources are being reviewed by one IAM, okay? And then the product is game on. We auto-delegate out the proper user access review to the proper manager, saying these are the roles that your employees or your reports have entitlements to. Do you certify? Or they can revoke, or they can re-delegate out. What's the point of all this? It's the evidence. This is what's required in your SOC, SOC 2, HIPAA, High Trust, PCI, DSS, ISO 27001, and all the privacy ones like GDPR. An attestation of your user access review, able to done repeatedly. Our customers use this product and do the reviews monthly and quarterly as needed. All right, all the best. Take it away, Kashyap.
Thanks, Garrett. And let me just go ahead and share my screen, and you can let me know when you can see my dashboard.
There we go.
Right, so this is the dashboard. This tenant of mine is integrated with one of the PingOne environments that I have in the background. Simple steps, just a few pieces of information. Within a few minutes, you'll be up and running. And that's all it takes. All you have to provide is the PingOne URL, the API key, enrollment ID, and the client ID. Once these pieces of information are punched in, you're all live, and you can pull the auto audits right from PingOne in real time. And then if you want to go a step further and enable your single sign-on using the SAML connector so that you could use your organizational credentials to log into UATest, you can do that. Within 15 to 20 minutes, you'll be ready to go. And that's all it takes to integrate. Now you're able to create audits using PingOne information, only the metadata that we'll pull from PingOne into UATest to enable you to delegate and then enable your reviewers to certify, revoke, or further delegate to the appropriate individuals within the organization. Let's see how an application or group or any other audit is created. It's going to ask you for the API source, which is my PingOne integration in this case. The name, let's say, I'll just give it a name, test. And most importantly, the due date. When would you like this audit to be concluded? Within a week, 2 days, a month, 15 days? It doesn't actually take that long because it's simple clicking through the GUI, and a reviewer can be done with an audit within a few minutes. So let's see how it does its thing. And here you go. Upon clicking next, you see all the applications that are part of your PingOne environment. The list, you can choose, go for the bulk selection of those applications, or you can choose one by one. Let's say I choose a finance application that is part of my PingOne, and I just click done. Now, what UATest is doing, it's fetching the information, the user metadata, directly in real time from PingOne environment, and it's going to show you upon refresh that it has pulled 4 unique IDs. These unique identities could be human IDs or non-human IDs. So as long as they're unique, it's going to pull those IDs into this audit campaign and show you in this format with the username, their email, the manager's email, a bunch of other details that should be, important for any reviewer or admin to look at before deciding to revoke or certify an access for a user. So that's there. Plus, the admin has the ability to auto delegate to these managers here to all these users. So one email will go out to every prospective manager in this case. Upon clicking confirm, the system is going to send out those notifications, push out to those email IDs of those managers. And the manager, as a reviewer, is going to get this email in real time. I'm showing you this with a timestamp. He's got the delegation email, has got the link to the audit. Once that manager clicks the link, gets into the audit, he will only be able to see the users that report to him, unlike an admin who can see everything, all the users inside a campaign. So now it's using my single sign-on as a reviewer to get into PingOne and then pull the data from there. Once it does, this will display the information like this. For example,
Yeah, and that's the manager logged on there with his PingOne credentials to get that single sign-on, right?
Exactly. And that's where he decides to certify the first two and maybe decides to revoke the last two. And it's going to show up over here. The audit has been completed, but what an admin can do, he can go to the listing page and execute those revocations as well, right from within this tool instead of logging into PingOne separately. So I complete this audit, mark it as complete, so there is no more change possible. Nobody can tamper with it. And then I execute. Upon execution, if there are any revocations inside that campaign, they will be executed within your Ping environment. You don't have to log in there. Just stay here and just revoke those accesses of those users from that application, because the user access in PingOne depends on the group membership. So an application is not given access to an individual user. Instead, it is given to a group that has access to that application. So if I am part of that group who has access to that app, I will be able to access the app. Otherwise, if I revoke, that user will be revoked from that group and will have no access to that application any longer. And the gist of the whole process is the evidence, which he produced. Yeah. So it can be either PDF, it can be a CSV, depending upon how many number of users you have. So if you're dealing with thousands of users, CSV makes more sense. Otherwise, PDF is a neat and clean version of your report that you can present to you.
And let me get a few words on that. And team, that's what the world needs. They need the evidence for your SOX, your SOC 2, your high trust, for your ISO 2701. And also what's coming on big is for your cyber insurance, to show you're doing the best practices. And great, we'll let Julia wrap it up. But remember, that same workflow works for not only the PingOne, right, Kashif, but also for the non-PingOne resources. We input it, then you use your PingOne users who get emailed or Slacked with a single sign-on into our console based on PingOne.
Absolutely.
Take it away, Julia.
Well, thank you, Garrett and Kasha. As you can see, this is very exciting, the new release that UATest is doing. If you would like to contact Ping Identity partners and customers, please contact us at info@uatest.com, and we'll execute on your identity governance and compliance needs.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.